Good morning and happy Saturday. Sorry, guys, I'm just going to make sure this is live in public. I don't think it is, but that's okay. Happy Saturday. I still, for whatever reason, have my morning frog voice and I'm still drinking coffee. I'm on my second one. Yes. But since it is Saturday, I figured I'd go a little early, but not too late. I don't know. We're just going to go with the flow. How about that? Does anyone have like a favorite water bottle? Mine, apparently I tested Gryffindor with a secondary Slytherin, if you're a Potter fan. So that has nothing to do with today's topic, but I just thought I'd throw that out there. So recently I had a conversation with my daughter, and my daughter's almost, I almost said 17. She just turned 17. She is almost 18, and we're kind of in the space of not knowing what she wants to do and not knowing, she's a kid. And looking back now that I'm 37, I'm like, how was I old enough to make the decision to go fight for my country and not have a beer? I don't know. But we're in the space of just talking about the past. My daughter kind of had a rough upbringing in some situations. So she struggles with going back, and I'm not sure how many of you, and maybe you guys can chime in below, or what, many of us have been through a lot of crap growing up, and some not as much as others, and others have been through the trenches of hell. And to someone else who may not have experienced something as traumatic, it's still traumatic for them, right? So you can never discount somebody's trauma, even though you feel yours is worse. That's just irrelevant. But how many of you are holding on to something that happened in your childhood or something that happened in your past, and the resentment is still there from whatever happened, whether it was physical abuse, emotional abuse? You may have come from wealth, but your parents were absent emotionally and physically. That's still a form of abuse. So we've all been through something. So how many of you are still feel like you hold some resentment toward that area? I know I did for a very long time. And one thing that I tell my kids all the time is tomorrow is not guaranteed. I lost my father, and I found out from a private investigator 5 months after he passed away that he was gone. To me, I'm sure there's worse ways of finding out of a parent's death, but for me, that trauma is still very prevalent because we didn't get to heal before he passed away. So there's a lot of things that were left unsaid. So in my daughter's path and journey of trying to figure out who she is and what she wants to be, she doesn't want to go the college route. She's kind of seeing me pursue my dreams. So we're in the space of the unknown. But when somebody asks her a question, she immediately goes to a defense mode, and the mode of, well, that's not how I was raised, and this is how I protect myself. So my response to her is, well, it was, because this was about a week ago, you have to let go of those clutches that are holding you back, or crutches. You cannot, it is your choice. Once you become 17, 18 and beyond, it is your choice as a human being, as an adult, to say, I'm going to hold on to this, and I'm going to resent this person. I'm going to hold on to this anger. I'm going to hold on to this pain. I'm going to hold on to this frustration instead of let it go. When 99% of the time, that individual does not even remember what happened. They don't remember what occurred, but you do. And that's very prevalent in your mindset. It's very much on the forefront of your mind, but they may not even remember, or they choose to put it on the back burner and they don't want to acknowledge it. So with that being said, you can either choose and make a choice to hold on to that and hold on to the anger. And further along in your adult life, you're going to wonder, why is my life this way? Why do I keep living in the same circles? Why do I keep making the same choices? And the bottom line is, you choose it. You choose to hold on to the things that have been holding you back. You choose to think that, well, this individual is going to help me along, and this person and this path is going to help me along. But if you have not dealt with your past, you cannot manage your future. So what I explained to my daughter is you can either sit here and cry over the same thing over and over and over again, understanding and realizing that this individual does not see any wrong with what happened, does not remember or claims not to remember anything that happened, or you can make a choice and you can stand in your power and say, this no longer has control over me. I choose my path, and I choose to be successful, and I choose to move forward. I choose to stand in my voice despite what my past has brought. It doesn't matter. Your past has made you who you are today. Your past has helped you evolve into who you are today. So you can stay in that and you can wallow in that, or you can make the choice to take your power back and to claim who you are and what you want for yourself and allow yourself the success and dreams and desires that you deserve. At the end of the day, it is your choice. So my mission for my daughter, and her homework is, you will, and she has time to think about this. She wants a coach. I have a coach. She wants a coach. Coaches need coaches, right? And I told her, I said, you in the next 6 months, because good God, I'll have an almost 18-year-old. I want you to figure out who you want to be and how you want to be, while explaining to her that it's okay to constantly be changing and evolving that. And explaining to her, she's seen all the different steps that I've been through in life and where I'm at now. And explaining to her that you don't have to make up your life choices. I think society feels that at the age of 18, you need to have it all together and go to college or know what you want to do. And the reality is I don't think any of us realize what we want to do until later in life. But at least find something that you're passionate about now. But stop making the excuses that you can't do something because this is how you were programmed to think, or this is how you were programmed to react, or I was silenced in this way, or I couldn't speak my mind in this way. Okay, cool. You couldn't do that, but can you do that now? Absolutely. It's about getting out of that comfort zone, being comfortable with being uncomfortable, figuring out what you're passionate about, drop the crutches, say, you know what, that is that person and that is that person's problem. That is not my problem. And I choose me from this day forward. And I let it go. And that takes a lot of work. It takes a lot of internal work to do that. But ultimately, at the end of the day, it is your choice whether you want to let go of those crutches or whether you're going to drop them like Forrest Gump in his braces and just take off running. So that's kind of my tidbit for today. Everything comes down to choice. And if you need to just write it out and cry it out, write it out and cry it out. If you need to go talk to a therapist and work through some things, my God, I spent years in therapy, and I still have friends who are therapists. I think everybody needs a therapist. Our parents do what they know best, and it's about breaking those generational cycles. And until you're the one that says no more, then it's going to keep happening. It's going to happen to your kids and your kids' kids, and it's just going to be a perpetual cycle. So you have to be the one to say enough is enough, and this is what I choose. So I love y'all. Be blessed. Love and light. Sending it out, and have an amazing day. Ooh.